Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Final Fantasy 15, the full game, on the GeForce GTX 750 Ti. For performance monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to download the software, there's a link down in the description. So Final Fantasy 15, the full game, I'll be doing 1080p, 900p and 720p. To skip none of those sections of the video, check the description below. So for 1080p, I overclocked the GTX 750 Ti. I added 200 MHz to the core and 400 MHz to the VRAM. On the rest of the resolutions, 900p and 720p, the overclock is disabled. And well, unfortunately, I had to use the lowest settings in order to maintain close to 30 frames per second. I found a more demanding place than the one in the demo. That's why we're getting worse performance this time around. So for the 1080p resolution, I'll show you only one setting. Then on 900p, I do the same thing. I just show you one configuration, trying to stay at 30 frames per second or higher, since even at the lowest settings, we cannot get 60 frames per second, but that was to be expected. And finally, at 720p, I show you two configurations. It's to try and be over 30 frames per second as much as possible. So we're trying to get the best quality possible without dropping below 30, and then I just lower the settings to the minimum to see what frame rate we get. And on this one, I recommend just overclocking the 750 Ti as high as you can to get the best performance, since this game is very demanding on the GPU and the CPU as well. But now I'm going to talk to you about the options menu and my experience testing this game. So in the options menu, the options that I recommend lowering in order to get better performance, first of all, are all the Nvidia GameWorks features: Hairworks, VXAO, Turf FX, Shadow Lives, all that kind of stuff. Just turn it off. Then we got lighting, which in the game says it controls lighting, which is a very poor description. I saw this option also controls the screen space reflections. If you select low, screen space reflections are disabled. So if you want to have any reflection at all, just keep it on medium. Then also shadows and ambient occlusion is a big performance hit, and the model LOD option is as well. And I didn't use the assets option in any of my videos. That's the high resolution pack, which are the high resolution textures, which is a separate 63 gigabytes download, which I don't recommend. It meant constant stuttering. Even on a GTX 1080 Ti, I got that problem. And motion blur is also a performance hit. And well, this so far ran very similar to the demo. I didn't see much of a difference at all. When visiting the same areas as the demo with the same settings, I got pretty much the same performance. So you'll see the demo running better in my previous videos because it's not the same area as here. This area is much more demanding. So I'll show you two areas. First of all, it will be a place with a lot of foliage, trees, and a lake with reflections close by, with many enemies on screen. It will be some creatures, then some robot soldiers, and you'll see when the fighting happens, a lot of effects, a lot of NPCs on screen. So there will be some stutters here and there in that area. And after that, I show you a city. It's a very urban area, but just running around there, I saw some CPU usage spikes, so the city seems to be more CPU bound. Just to show you two places that caught my attention the most in the performance side. And the game still has some stuttering issues. Most of them that I saw were more CPU related on the city, but also hard drive related. I recommend having at least at 7200 RPM hard drive or an SSD in order to have as little stuttering as possible. But the stutters happen the most when you're just loading the game for the first time. So when you just launch the game, expect around 20 to 30 seconds of stutters, then the game will be just way smoother. It seems to be just loading new assets. But in order to get 60 frames per second, you probably need a modern i5 or a Ryzen 5 processor with some overclock, since when there's a lot going on, a Ryzen 3 1200 with a 3.9 GHz overclock doesn't cut it. But this game is also very demanding on the GPU, so keep that in mind. Still, I was expecting much worse than this, considering how it ran on the consoles. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Been a lot of tremors lately. Hope the rocks around here haven't been shaken loose.
I want to ride my chocobo all day. Can't get it out of my head. Now, eyes peeled, mouth closed.
Must be some kind of toxin.
It's not looking so hot. Is it poison?
Poison or something. Die on me. Want some? The Prince of Pain.
Yep.
I would like to wrap that up more quickly.
Imperials above us!
Thanks.
Damn, this wind's strong. No! My perfectly groomed hair!
Think you got it bad?
You're right.
Move to stand. Get by. We all good?
Better than good.
Good to go.
All better? Thanks.
It's an eat or be eaten world. I say eat. Let's dig in.
Heard the wife got a promotion. Congrats.
on the same page. Knocked! On top of it! Gotta love it! No big deal.
Stay down! Don't die on me!
Knocked!
Let it be done.
Yeah, that's a rigging!
No surprise. Feisty little devils.
The one's in my sights!
The Prince of Pain!
Yep.
Hey, Iggy! Knock needs your help! I'm on my way. That was a close one.
Too close for comfort.
I'm comfortable. Alive. Whoa. The disc really is on fire. It isn't.
Think I'll get something to drink. I want to ride my chocobo all day. Can't get it out of my head.
Remember, they're just a scared of us.
Easy as they come.
Brilliant.
No big deal. Knocked! On top of it! You like that? Solid!
We all good?
Better than good. Go on! Going for it! Uh-huh. Done. Hell yeah! Was that perfect or what?
I'll give you that. any tremors lately. Hope the rocks around here haven't been shaken loose.